Hey guys, so I don't do this often, but today is an opportunity for me to make something very clear. During my coverage of the Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt case that is going to be unfolding in the coming months, it is going to be widely covered. I will be following it because I've followed eight passengers and some of their situations over the last 3 years. Something that will not be tolerated on my channel is people trying to make Ruby Franke or Jodi Hildebrandt out to be a victim in this situation, and as if everybody is out to get them. That is not going to be tolerated on my channel, and I don't like to make these kinds of videos, but today is an opportunity to make some things very clear. This person, I'm going to read their comment. They've already been blocked from my channel. They tried to leave more than one comment along the same lines, and I will not stand for it because there are very, very clearly victims in this situation, and those victims are children. And there is absolutely no reason to come onto my channel and try to claim that children are lying when they are showing physical signs of being mistreated. So this person is going to get their 5 minutes of attention, and I'm not going to address this again because I hope that going forward I will just simply block these people and they will go back into whatever dark hole they crawled out of. This person left a comment and said, "No bail, question mark. 6 counts. Wow. Ruby Franke is being treated like a serial killer." I don't think she's being treated like a serial killer. I think she's being treated like a mother who abused her children alongside her weird business partner, whatever you want to label Jodi in this situation. These two women took children's trust and used it and manipulated it and mistreated these children for an extended period of time. Once is one too many. Numerous things over the course of months and years is stomach turning and disgusting. The commenter continued and said, "The caller is a retired former police, probably a paid informant. Do you actually think that somebody who has a malnourished child show up on their doorstep who escaped a home where they were being held as if they were a prisoner, do you think that that child is actually going to pick the house that they know a retired law enforcement officer is living at to try to manipulate an adult into believing something when they literally have physical signs on them they were being abused?" It is the most outlandish thing to me to even come up with that as a reason to be upset. If this is true, which I don't know that that person who called 911 was a retired anything, I don't know that to be fact. But whatever he was has nothing to do with anything. And if you hear the 911 call, which I will play again just for context, seeing this child show up on his doorstep broke this man's soul. You can hear it in the phone call. So to say that he is some kind of paid informant, how dare you?
Tell me exactly what's happened.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he's said he just came from a neighbor's house, and we know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty.
Okay. Is your door locked?
No, I'm sitting outside with him on the front patio.
Okay, cool.
And he asked us to call the police.
What's
So
the
he's
name?
very afraid.
Are the neighbors out of their home, or is anybody looking for them that you can see?
No, our homes are far enough away. I'm not sure. How did you get out of the house?
Porch. He went out.
He says he just left through the porch at the neighbor's house. Her name is Jodi Hildebrandt. and she lives 2 doors up the street.
Out here in Cayenne, the houses are far apart.
Yeah, out here in Cayenne, the houses are far apart, so he walked just under the block to get to our house. He rang my doorbell and asked me to call the police.
Does he seem to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
I don't think so, but he's very thirsty, and
Need an ambulance?
I don't think he needs an ambulance. I'll let the cops decide that, but his ankles are taped up, and he won't tell us why.
Okay.
But he has duct tape around each ankle. Yeah, there's sores around them. I think there's a good chance he's been...
He also said,
Oh, and he has them around his ankles. I mean, his wrists as well. Okay, this boy has been... This kid has obviously been... I think he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds.
Okay. Let's get the paramedics headed over that way, okay?
Oh, that's a good idea, too.
Let's see. Has he told you where his mom or dad are?
Haven't asked him that. Hmm? Yeah. You know where your mommy is?
I really got these.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't matter, son. Do you know where your mom and dad are?
Well, actually, I don't know where my mom is, but I do know where my dad is. He's not anywhere here. No. Nowhere here.
Okay. No, he doesn't seem to. He says he knows where his mom is, but...
He doesn't know where his dad is.
That's correct.
I do know where my dad is.
Is his mom home?
He doesn't live.
He just says he doesn't live around here.
Okay. Is his
Yeah,
mom
we're
in
getting...
this area?
Is your mom around here? Have you seen her lately?
No,
He doesn't know where she is right now.
Does he know his mom's name?
What's your mom's name? Ruby Frankie? Ruby Frankie is his mom's name.
Okay. How do you spell the last name?
F-R-A-N-K-E.
F-R-A-N-K-E.
Okay. And does she live in the area?
No, I'm not sure where she lives. He's trying to help us, but he's...
That's okay. We don't want to stress him out too much. The officers will go over all these questions with him anyway. I just want to stay on the phone with you until we get some help there, okay? Can you ask him if any other children were in the home he came from?
Okay. Was there any other kids up at Jody's house? 10 and 14, and they're still at this house.
Are they tied up as well?
What's the deal with? Are they being held? Do they have wounds on them as well?
Nothing bad's going on with us.
Okay.
It's just me.
Okay. So they're able to walk around the house and everything.
Everything.
Well, okay. He says everything's fine with them. Grain of salt.
Okay.
He says what's happened to him is his fault. He's fine. I've got him sitting here. My wife, he got him water and giving him something to eat because he's hungry, and I think the young man, he's hearing his stocking feet, so he escaped.
Well, I'm glad that he was able to make it to
They're on their way.
so he could be safe. They should just be pulling up now. Let me know when they're with you, okay?
Will do. Is Jody up there right now?
Yes.
Okay. Jody Hildebrand is up there right now.
Okay.
So she may come looking for him here soon, but he's not going to, obviously. We need the cops here as soon as possible.
I'm just asking where he is now.
Yeah, she's a bad lady. We didn't realize how bad.
Does he have anything with him?
But, no, he's wearing a long sleeve shirt and shorts, and it's way tue big for him.
Can you tell me what color the shirt and shorts are?
Okay, the ambulance is here.
Okay.
So,
Are they with you?
no, they're just not getting out of the truck.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll let you go then. You did a great job.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye.
They continued and said, "This situation stinks. I believe that Ruby and Jody are innocent and the kid was not in bad condition at all. But the child protection people have been over the top for decades, and the police have been over the top for decades." The only part of this comment that I will agree on is that this situation stinks. And it doesn't stink for Ruby and Jody. It stinks for the children that are going to have to literally deal with these painful emotions for the rest of their lives. That is who it stinks for. To try to paint Ruby or Jody as a victim in this is not something that I imagined we would be having a conversation about this early in the situation. To try to claim that the CPS people were, quote, over the top, I think that they were not over the top enough, because they were notified of things that were allegedly happening in the Franke home. And they went by there, tried to knock on the door, and nobody answered. So they left a pamphlet of information according to neighbors. They did not follow up. They were not hounding Ruby. They were not hounding Jody. They were not following up. They were not on top of anything based on everything that I have heard to date. Like I said, I usually don't like to give people like this the spotlight that they are so desperately seeking. But in this case, I have felt so just broken for these kids. So to see this comment really sickened me. And like I said, I want to make it very clear for anyone else who thinks about leaving a comment like this. You will be blocked. You will not be getting a video response. You will simply be blocked and your comments will be deleted, because I have a zero tolerance for anybody trying to make it out as if the evidence is not being presented in a factual manner. We have heard the accounts from multiple neighbors. We've heard the 911 call from the neighbor where the child showed up on his doorstep. We have seen the archive of 8 passengers of vlog footage. We have heard Ruby and Jody make some disgusting content around basically how to abuse your children, how to break trust with your kids, how to have ownership over everything that your children feel and what they do and what they eat and what they don't eat and what they're where they sleep, if they have a bed. All of these things have been presented in black and white. And I feel very passionate about this topic, not only because it's the world of family vlogging meets a courtroom, and that doesn't happen very often. The damage that Jody Hildebrand has done to people on her own is a lot to even try to wrap your head around. She has done enough on her own. Ruby Franke has done enough on her own. When these two got together, I truly think that if it wasn't for that child escaping and seeking help from the neighbor, I truly believe that this might have been another Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell case. And I don't say that lightly. So nevertheless, like I said, this is not going to be a pattern on my channel, but I felt very upset when I read this comment, and I felt like we're early enough in this situation for me to make some things clear. And I just would like for people, and I think most of us are on the same page, I wish that everybody would really handle all of the things that they're saying with the utmost respect, because at the end of the day, we're not talking about kids being on YouTube and family vloggers and this kind of stuff. This has crossed over into abuse and SA and cults and brainwashing. This is a much darker subset, and I think that it should be handled with care, as I've said in other videos. But nevertheless, this guy, Tom, or whatever the hell his name was, I hope you got the attention that you wanted. And I invite you to go troll somewhere else, because you and other people like you are not welcome on my channel. We are here to have an intellectual conversation about tough topics, and we are not here to excuse people like Ruby and Jody, or Kevin for that matter. So that's going to be all for today. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.